everyone, it's Kalthoff. Welcome to a Fab Friday Live. We're at the Stamping to Share Facebook page. And today I'm going to share with you, some really fun things. I've got some InColors to share with you. I can share the cover of the new catalog, and it's so cute. I just love it. This is some of the fun perks that you get as a demonstrator. You get to see a lot of things first, and that is one of the reasons I joined Stampin' Up! Almost 10 years ago now, because I just was so jealous of my demonstrator. She was always talking about the things she got to see first, and I couldn't stand it anymore. And so finally I just joined. Never looked back. So glad I did. So if any of you out there are just thinking about it a little bit, let me know. I'd love to be your upline. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, let's see, so much to share. First, let me show you the project we're making today. We're going to make this really cute celebration card. Hopefully you can all see this. It uses a stamp set that is called Birthday Blast, and it has a set of coordinating thinlits that look like this. We're not actually using the thinlits today, but I'm going to show you some cards a little bit later that do use the thinlits. And then just as a heads up, this is a bundle from the Occasions 2017 catalog that is still available. However, it's actually in your best interest to buy the pieces separately. Generally, you save 10% on each item when they're bundled up, but this is not going to be carrying over into the new catalog. So if you purchase the stamp set and the thinlits separately, you actually save more money, because right now they're on sale. So the Birthday Blast edgelets, that's what these are. They're normally, well, I don't know what they normally are. I just know that right now they're on sale for $14, which is a really, really good deal. And the Clearmount stamp set is on sale for $14.50. So normally the bundle would be $34, but right now if you buy each piece separately, they're on sale for just $28.40. That's an incredibly good deal. So be sure you check that out if you're interested in purchasing that. I'll be putting this video up on my blog later today. You'll probably see it tomorrow if you get the feeds, and I'll have all the links there. So anyway, let's get started. I think everything I want to share with you has to be done down low here, so I'm going to have to flip the camera really quickly here. I am so excited about these InColors. These are sneak peeks from the new catalog, and as you know, the InColors from 2015-17 are discontinuing, and we have new ones that are coming on that are going to be in this new catalog, and they're just beautiful. In fact, I was doing some really cool things with three of the re-inkers. No, let's see, they were these three re-inkers yesterday. So that'll be a project coming up soon, but I need to keep that under wraps for a little bit yet. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about these colors. The first one that I want to share with you is this lemon lime twist. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing like it in our current catalog. And so don't look at this and say, oh, it's too bright, I'd never use that, because honestly, that's what I heard a lot of people say when these were revealed. And then I saw them paired up with black. Let me see, I'll move this mat. Look at how this pops on black. I've seen some amazing cards. One of my downlines, Stacy Kratz, just recently did a card like this using lemon lime twist with basic black, and it looked phenomenal. Later, you can check out her Facebook page, which is Sassy Stamping, and she's probably got it on that Facebook page. Another color, and I was going to show you too, I have it paired up with Daffodil Delight and Old Olive. I mean, seriously, it's like these two colors combined to get this lemon lime twist. There's just really nothing like it. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is Fresh Fig, and this is really pretty. I went ahead and I shared what it looks like with the Rich Razzleberry here and the Perfect Plum here. Those are two colors that I thought of when I looked at Fresh Fig, but you can see it's quite a bit different from Perfect Plum, and it's a little bit more subdued than our Rich Razzleberry. And so that is Fresh Fig, which pairs beautifully with Berry Burst. So that's the next color we'll talk about. This is Berry Burst, and I've paired it up here with a couple of colors that I thought you would want to see with it. The first one is Rose Red. You can see that Berry Burst is quite a bit more vibrant and quite a bit more pink than the Rose Red. And then this is Melon Mambo. And so it's a lot more jewel toned than the Melon Mambo. The Melon Mambo is just bright by itself. But you can see the Berry Burst has a lot of jewel colors in it. Absolutely gorgeous. Then one of my favorites, and again, we really don't have anything like this in our current product offerings from Stampin' Up. It's called Tranquil Tide. And it is so lovely. It's almost like they took Emerald Envy, which is here, and Bermuda Bay and mixed them together and came up with Tranquil Tide. And so these are a couple of colors that, you know, that's about as close as I could get to this Tranquil Tide, because again, we really don't have anything like it in our product line, and it's so beautiful. And finally, the last card is Powder Pink. Now, I have to say, if there's any InColor that probably didn't rock my world, it was this one. And just to be perfectly honest, I feel like it's a little bit too close to our other pinks. We have Pink Pirouette here at the top, and then we have Blushing Bride down here. And you can see these are actually pretty close. In fact, it sort of looks like Powder Pink, again, is a combination of Pink Pirouette and Blushing Bride. So if you think Blushing Bride is a little bit too, oh, I don't know, kind of a dirty pink, and you think the Pink Pirouette is too sort of translucent looking, well, then you're going to love Powder Pink, because it is just a true, it's more of a true pink than probably either of these two. And so I guess that has its appeal in its own way. So I guess, you know, I'm sure I'll come around to it, but of the 5 colors, this was probably not my favorite. So watch, by the end of this promotional period in 2 years, I'll be the one crying the hardest when it leaves. That's usually how it goes when you've had a chance to fall in love with them. So now let me show you a couple of cards that we did at OnStage. I was fortunate enough to have quite a few downline members join me at OnStage, and we had so much fun together. And this first card is from the Stamp and Punch set that's called Daisy Delight. And so you can see there's a coordinating punch, which I love, and then of course the Daisy Delight stamp set. And then here's the card. So cute. And you know, I'm going to try and hold this up to the light. I hope you can see this amazing jewel. We have them in gold and silver. This is the gold. And I should say it's more of a sparkly clear. But they're gorgeous, and they look so very pretty with the daisy. So I know you'll be seeing a lot of those jewels down the road. Then another thing we did OnStage was our wood words. And so this is actually the project that we created at OnStage. And I just got to open this up because you've got to see what this looks like. So this is a little packaging we did with 3 little 3x3 cards, and it all fits in a little wooden crate. That's what the framelits are. They create this little wooden crate. So it looks like this, and it's hello friend. Look at that little heart, so cute. Thank you with a little star and a little rooster, a note for you. And so these are all very quaint, kind of vintage looking. Here's the stamp set. What's really cool is, again, it has the really awesome coordinating wood crate thinlets, which even has little cutouts that coordinate with the stamps in this stamp set. And then, of course, this little crate. So I did break down and buy it. At first I was like, oh, you know, I don't make that much 3D. I don't need this crate. Oh, well, you know, after I made it, I was like all over it. So here it is, the cute little crate. Look, it even cuts out the little slats for you. And it's just so cute. Of course, it fits the 3x3 cards perfectly. That was the little project we did. But I could also see it holding little treats as well. And it would just be super cute. And then this ribbon, oh my Lord. This is like a coppery ribbon that is just gorgeous. Can you see the shimmer? So pretty. All right, so I'm gonna set this out of the way because we have another cute, cute card that we did at On Stage, and it's this one. And you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, Kay, either you color really, really well or you cut really, really well. Well, let me tell you, I didn't cut or color this card. It is all done with awesome designer series paper that has super cute images on. And then look, all of these cutouts that coordinate with the designer series paper. And not only do the cutouts coordinate with the designer series paper, they also coordinate with the birthday delivery stamp set, which just blows my mind. It's like, how did we not think of that before? So you can literally, if you're lazy like I am, I mean, this stamp set was like made for me. You can literally take these framelits and cut out images. So I cut these out at On Stage, and look how absolutely perfect they cut out. And then this is the card we made at On Stage. Just super, super cute, super simple. I mean, this is totally up my alley. I just love it. And so this is probably the stamp set, and then of course the paper and the framelits that I am super the most excited about in the entire catalog. So just absolutely love it. So anyway, there's some sneak peeks from the catalog. Truly hope you've enjoyed that. Lots of fun for me to share with you. And let's see, now I'm going to share with you a couple of cards before we get stamping here that use the Birthday Blast stamp set. And so this red card looks like an awesome graduation card. And the lady that did this, her name is Rhonda Gerlich, I think, and she is from Minnesota. She is actually from Hastings. She's in one of my leaders groups, and this was a card she made that I just love. And then another gal, I believe she's also in my leaders group, her name is Julianne Knutson from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, created this beautiful card. And I truly, truly fell in love with this stamp set, and then here's the problem. I never got around to using it. Yikes! I did make one card with it, which I'm sharing with you today because I think it makes a really good graduation card, and we're in that season. Now this is super flat. As you can see, there's no dimensionals on here. It's going to be super easy to mail. So all those graduations that you can't get to and you want to mail something to, this is the perfect card for that. Or it's also a great birthday card if you need to throw something in the mail. So this one I kind of made for a graduation card. I just left it blank. It'd be so easy to coordinate with the school colors right here. This happens to be so saffron and real red, but you could easily make it green or blue or whatever color you want to coordinate with the school. And I am going to turn mine into a birthday card today. So let's go ahead and get started doing that. Here again is the Birthday Blast stamp set along with the framelits. And remember that if you purchase this from my online store, you want to be sure that you buy these items separately because it's going to actually be cheaper to do it that way than to do it with the bundle. The bundle with the Clearmount stamp set is $34. If you purchase them separately, the Clearmounts for $14.40 and the edgelets are $14 for a total of $28.40. So those are things you have to be aware of when you're shopping during the retirement list period. All right, so let's get started. I think we'll do our stamping first. So I have a piece of very vanilla paper, 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and we are going to start by stamping those awesome Star Blast. So I'm going to ink it up with real red ink, and we're going to take this up here and just stamp it right here at the top. Give that a good press. You know, another thing, when you are stamping, be sure you let the stamp sit on your paper long enough for the ink to really soak in. See how good that looks? I think sometimes what new stampers do is they'll just, you know, they ink it up, they stamp it, and then they lift the stamp up so quickly the ink hasn't even hardly had a chance to get off the stamp and onto the paper. So we're going to add a little more ink, and we're just flipping it upside down, and we're going to make that very same image right here. Again, give it a little time for the ink to soak in, especially when you want it to be really vibrant. And there we go. So here is our stamped image, just beautiful. Now we are going to take that a 1-inch strip of very vanilla paper, and we are going to stamp this. Now, I was a little worried about, I get so nervous for these Fab Friday things. You'd think I was speaking in front of 10,000 people. I mean, I'm just a wreck by the time this whole thing starts. But, I don't know. I'm kind of like that with videos too. It's just really out of my comfort zone. But at least I have understanding customers. So I am carefully stamping Celebrate You on this 1-inch piece of paper. Bringing it up. Oh, thank goodness it turned out perfect. Love that. Then we have a 1 1/8 inch strip of this fabulous gold sparkly paper. And there's 2 ways that you can attach your paper to glimmer paper. And that is with either glue dots, or you can use fast fuse. So today I'm going to use fast fuse. I'm just going to flip this around, and we're going to put fast fuse on the back. And notice I always do a little flick at the end. That helps break the tape off cleanly. Then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to center this in and give it a press. Now, because the ink might still be wet, I'm actually going to flip this around and press it from the back. All right, so there it is. Now we're going to go ahead and start layering up here. So I've got a 3 7/8 inch piece of by 5 1/8 inch piece of real red paper. The reason we have such funny measurements is because I wanted a little bit more of the So Saffron to show along the outside, and then I also wanted a 1/8 inch border. So this will give me a nice skinny border all the way around. So we're going to go ahead, and since I have the fast fuse out here, we're just going to go ahead and use it. And then we're going to hoover this over the top of the real red sheet. Now, one way, when you have a really skinny line, to make sure that your borders are really even, adhere it by putting your fingers in each corner, and then your gaze is going to look at this corner and this corner to make sure that they're even. Because if these 2 corners are going to be even, then you know the other 2 corners are going to be even. So again, just to make sure I don't smear any ink, I'm going to burnish this from the back side. All right, now it's time to go ahead and put our Celebrate You through the center of this card. So it's going to look like that. So to do that, again, I'm going to use some fast fuse. And then we're going to set this on at an angle. So I'm kind of hoovering it over the top, making sure that the Celebrate You is about as even as possible. Again, flip it over, do my burnishing on the back so we don't accidentally smear ink. Then I need a scissors. And I happen to have my paper snips nice and handy. So we're just going to trim that even with the back of this red panel. There we go. Our card is complete, almost. I have to just set it on this So Saffron panel. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So let me go ahead. This is just your standard tall card. And then we're going to go ahead and set this on. The fast fuse is super, super sticky. And again, I'm just going to hold this in the corner, make sure all of my edges are nice and even so I get nice even borders. And then we just need to do a little more stamping on this other side. So now I'm going to ink up Happy Birthday. We had the other card as a grad card, so we'll make this as a birthday card. So we're going to set this right here, give it a press, and it's done. So here it is. Hope you've enjoyed this. I sure enjoyed sharing this with you. Here's the card I had done in advance, and here's the card I did with you on Fab Friday. Have a great day, everyone. Take care, and I'll get busy loading this up to YouTube. Bye-bye.